work what is called the snap-away drill. And you can build off of the snap-away drill, but I want to just get the bare bones of it. So what's going to happen is it's a great little warm-up drill as well. But I'm going to come in with a straight to his chin. He's going to snap away from that. Now, as my hand retracts, he's going to fire his own straight at my chin. I'm going to snap away from that. Now on the third one, he's just going to set this glove like a focus mitt. As his hand retracts, boom, I'm going to hit it. So it's going to go in sets of 3. Punch, punch, punch. Then you start over. So now he punches at me. I snap away. I return. He snaps away. Now he returns, and I catch that third punch. Okay? So now I punch at him. He goes snap away, hit. Okay, now he comes at me. Snap away, hit. Good. So now I go in. Okay. You come at me. It's a lot harder to be on camera, trust me. So I'm going at you. This develops rhythm and timing with this as well. So let's see, I'm punching at you. I messed that one up. Okay, come at me. And again, with the snap away, this drill creates an aliveness where you can really practice trying to just barely get out of range of his punch. So make sure your partner is punching at you. Sometimes when he punches, I might just put my hand there to make sure. Or I might cross parry, go ahead. I might just cross parry just to make sure he's not putting it there. Because if he's just putting it there, it's not helping me to get better at evading it because I'm not having to evade it. So when he punches, he's putting it where he's going to make contact and have a little bit of follow through, just like he would in sparring. So when he comes in, boom, I'm forced to get out of the way. Then he evades, boom. Good. Now I punch. I'm going to try and hit him. Now he punches. Now I punch. Boom, and I hit the glove. Cool, guys. Worked that out today. Worked that through the week. And again, if you don't have a partner, just kind of work that in with your shadow boxing. Thanks. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and start working what we call trapping. This is something anybody that's familiar with JKD probably really gets excited about getting to work and to learn. It's something that not a lot of other martial arts have, and it's kind of really becomes a chess game when you start kind of putting combinations together in trapping. And what trapping is, if I can go ahead and bring Steve out here, okay? So if we're in our on guard position, and scoot just a hair bit back, there we go. So right here, we're both kind of in what's called safe range, right? Safety range. Neither one of us can really get each other without moving. If I move up to him to where I can hit him with my longest range kicks, then we call that kicking range, right? And everything kind of blends. There's kicks you can do in different ranges and punches, vice versa. But we call that kicking range. And when I move in here, we call this punching range. If I can catch him with my longest range punches, my lead straight, my cross, that's punching range. There's a range that's closer, which a lot of times gets called like clinch range. We call it either infighting or we'll call it trapping range a lot of times. Okay, we'll call it infighting because it's not always trapping that you do. Sometimes you are clinching. Sometimes you're working your elbows, your knees, right? However, JKD puts a lot of emphasis on immobilizing the arms and the legs when you're in really close. Okay? So I've got my kicking range, I've got my punching range, and then a step closer, I've got my trapping range. Trapping range, you can usually, for the most part, one foot will be on the inside of this other person's foot. That's trapping range. All right? So from my on guard position here, we're going to work what we call a pox out. So we're going to start here in punching range, and we go ahead and we cross our arms here. This is just a reference for right now. The idea being that if he has his guard up and I have my guard up, if I throw a punch, boom, we end up in this position. Or vice versa, he throws a punch at me, we end up in this position, okay? So we just cut that out so we can focus on the pak sao itself. So I'm right here, let's scoot just a hair bit forward. Good. So I'm right here, I'm in punching range, punching distance here. I'm not in trapping range, so I need to move in closer. So I'm going to work my push shuffle in, okay? I'm going to break this into 3 movements. I'm going to go push shuffle, so my foot is close to his, here, okay? The other thing is his arm's in my way. If I punch, my hand doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't hit him anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move his arm out of my way here. Boom. I take my hand straight into his body. I don't take it down here. It's going to circle and it's going to hit. Plus, I want to disrupt his balance. If he's centered, I want to disrupt that. I want to knock him off center, either forward or I want to be pulling him towards me, right? So whichever way I'm going, I want to be messing with his balance. There's some in JKD we call center line principle. There's like this center line right here. I want to drive into that center line, okay? Because that's going to screw with his balance. Now when I do that, now my hand is free to punch. However, I don't want to go. Trapping is a very fine art because you're really in close and tight. And if you don't really train this and you don't get it down, it's not going to be able to come in handy in sparring. If you do get it down, it's going to come in handy big time though. It's one of those skills that takes a lot of work to really get down, but when you do, it becomes very, very useful. So right here, when I hit, I don't want to go here and then fire my shot. I'm in this range, I have to worry about his attack. So I'm going to fire this hand almost a slight set. It's almost like my hand starts the attack. But it's going to go all together at the same time. So I'm here, boom, here, okay? So I'm here, there, here, there. Again, I'm here, boom. Go one more. So I'm here. That's what you want. See, I've got this trapped. I'm not just going like that. I'm going into his body here, and I'm firing that punch. Okay? So, again, work those 3 things. Make sure that you're moving in. Make sure you're not reaching. I don't want to be reaching my hand out at this distance because he's going to hook me in the face. I want to be shooting in, and that's where that pak sao comes in. Make sure that this hand isn't starting after you've already poked, after you've already trapped that hand. You want to start it, boom, at the same time, okay? All right.